Okay, so today we got Dame Dash. He's being sued for some movie he was working on, and he had to go at these guys and call them liars and point out a lot of things and defend himself. Then we got DaBaby. He got signed to Interscope Records. You might remember him from wearing a diaper from South by Southwest. He had to take somebody out at a Walmart that was trying to rob him, and he refused to check in a hood in Atlanta. This is Jordan Tower, JT News. Hit that bell, hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. Okay, we got Dame Dash. He's being sued for the Dear Frank film by some guy, and we'll read through everything right now really fast. Okay, so this director guy says, I wasn't going to speak on this bum, but F him and his lies. I won't sit back and let this guy try to slander or bully me any longer. The truth is, Dame Dash is not a true independent artist or a businessman. He tries to pretend to be. He was hired by Mud Films to direct a film, The List. Originally, as a celebrity director, I was the producer of the film and asked to ensure that it actually got made by ghost directing certain aspects. Dame has no idea what directing a movie actually is or takes, and was consistently yelling at the crew members and cast, berating people on the set, smoking weed, and basically sleeping while at the wheel. Then, while in the process of finishing the film, Dame was being a hothead with the studio, executive producer, financer, stepping out of line, and finally got fired. I was approached to finish the job by directing the movie to completion and attach my company to help in its formal release. Really simple to understand. Everyone involved knows the truth, especially to our core cast: Brian J. White, Claudia Jordan, Official C Short, Honorable People Stick Together. This happened a long time ago already. He just mad because we about to put it out finally and had to cut him out of the movie entirely, like a sucker he is. Dame is only sour because he put himself in a bad position to lose, like he's done so many times in previous businesses. He screams culture vulture, grow up, don't try to make this a race thing. So Dame obviously responds, and let's get his response right here. These liars, Mud Films tried to con me, and when I caught them lying, I took over the project and let Mud Films stay on to get some short paper because he pretended to be thorough. I love how he says short paper. And now the culture vulture, Josh A. Weber, who was obsessed with being my assistant director in true culture vulture form, is going to try and take credit for a black man's work. Luckily, I have the whole thing taped. He's going to try and act like he directed and produced my movie because they stole my footage, which was shot by my camera at my house. They always try me, always call me crazy. Stay tuned. He adds everybody. And then he says, and these guys stay doing this. It's time they are exposed legally. Please pay attention. How the F can you fire a man you didn't hire and boss like that? Well, then Dame goes back in to say, this is a perfect example of culture vulture process. Josh A. Weber, as my assistant's his job to make sure my crew is working. And they're all chilling in the background. And he says, instead of pretending to be me, the boss, and wasting everyone's time as a boss, I tell my assistant, Josh A. Weber, to get back to work. And he wasted more time. Now he is trying to pretend he directed my movie and make himself look like a boss in my house using my camera. And actually, like he could fire me? He is obsessed with me till he justifies it. It's a sickness. This is what they always do. Please pay attention. The ill is coming soon. Culture Vulture's the book available now. I'm going to let y'all see what has happened to our culture for years. And now I'm going to show you how to stop it. Live as it's happening, Josh A. Weber. You're my little man boss. You will never be me. Now get back to work. Dame Dash Studio. Stay tuned. Then the other guy responds again. Well, then he says, cool story, bro. Then he says, I won't allow you to change the narrative on this one, though. Dame Dash is a liar. You know, you really talk a big game about professionalism and doing things on the highest level possible, yet look at the effort and attitude you put forth when given an opportunity to make a film that you didn't even have to spend any of your own money to help make. Honestly, take a step back for a second. Look at yourself in the video. You should be setting an example for Black enterprise on set. Walk the talk, bro. Then he said, when you're the director of something, you're supposed to be a problem-solving architect the world and your boss, right? But tell me, this one on some real boss shit, Dame. If you saw someone doing this type of shit day after day and then spit in your face, yelling and screaming with constant attitude across the board, you wouldn't fire them too? You putting up my photo for the world to see and calling me a liar is wrong. Painting us as some culture vultures is even worse. This is not a black or white thing. This is a lazy, self-entitled guy who's only played himself thing. You owe us an apology. You're not truly a bad guy, but this slander is ridiculous. Realize your reach of your platform. How much lifetime of confusion, relationships, art, and money you're gonna mess up. Suck up for your mistakes. Admit your faults. I hate the pause thing that people do. I hate that. He said, and let's talk about this shit like men, yeah? This guy's obviously, Dame's obviously rubbed off on this guy. He keeps putting pause and everything. He said, this social media stunt is a terrible look for both of us. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this shouldn't be worked out on social media, and Dame knows that too. Bosses don't work things out on IG. Both of these guys are at fault here, okay? But, you know, whatever. It's between them, right? Anyways, let's get to the next story with DaBaby. Okay, so DaBaby gets signed to Interscope. Congratulations to him. Now, you might know him from, he was in some Walmart thing where he was shopping with his family, and he's had a big buzz down south for a while. Well, he was forced to take somebody's life because somebody tried to rob him for his chain in a Walmart. But he's now signed to Interscope, and he has a big year ahead of him. He's got to have Interscope behind him, so that's going to be really big. He's come a long way from wearing a diaper at South by Southwest. Here he said, Interscope told me to keep doing me, don't change nothing. And then he said, I feel right at home. Now it's time to make this house the biggest crib in the hood. He has Kendrick Lamar over there, Tory Lanez, Black Eyed Peas, a lot of other people. We'll have to see how this goes. After years of grinding, South Coast Music Group is honored to have a partner like Interscope that understands what's required to take Carolina movement to the next level and beyond. Well, I'm glad that he is signed, and he just dropped a song Minivan with Blockboy JB. Make sure you check that out. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you hit a like on this and hit subscribe button. I'll check you guys next one. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Okay, peace.